Hello, we are Approd, and we help you start a company in 5 minutes. Starting a company in Romania today is a big hassle. You have to fill out form after form after form after form. It takes a lot of time, or a lot of money, and definitely a lot of patience. The main types of companies in Romania are these four. So let's say I want to start a company today. I have the following options. I can go directly to the institutions, deal with the clerks there, but the time to create the documents will be around 11 days, and it will cost me 60 euros and a lot of wasted time. Because I will have to write 10 documents several times, I will have to write my personal data over and over again, and I will have to wait in lines. I can save time by going to a lawyer. This will reduce the time to create the documents to 9 days, but it will be expensive, between 300 and 400 euros, and I still have to go to the lawyer to give him my personal information and to sign the documents when they are ready. We created a platform that fills out these documents automatically. We have all the documents you need, and we can generate them instantly. All you have to do is spend 5 minutes on our platform, and you leave with all the documents you need to create your company. So now, let me show you how you can create a small type of company, a PFA, using Approd. At first, we ask for your personal information in simple and intuitive steps. For your name, contact, address, identification data, and marital status. And after that, we ask for some information related to your company. The headquarters of the company, contact, what activities will you perform, and where will you perform each of these activities. And we can also generate some contracts because we will need them. And that's it. After you hit the submit button and you pay us a one-time fee, you will receive on email all the documents you need to create your company. And this is how some of these documents look like. More than 20 pages filled with your data. You just have to print, sign them, and go and place these documents at the Registry of Commerce. Now, in Romania, there are 1 million companies, and 100,000 new companies are founded each year. If we multiply these numbers with as little as 25 euros for either creating a company or modifying an existing aspect of a company, then our market is already 25 million euros. And I don't see a reason why we could not take most of this market. And notice that this market scales with each document we add to our platform. And this is not a local business. Each country has its own level of bureaucracy, and our solution can significantly speed up the process of creating documents. We have launched last week our platform. We've got fantastic reviews from users and a lot of excitement from them. But before that, we had a 2 months free beta period, and in those 2 months, 10% of all the PFAs that were founded in Romania used Approd to create their documents. So currently, you can pay a one-time fee to create a company on Approd. However, this is just the beginning, and our vision is big. In the near future, we plan to include the most commonly used commercial and legal documents, but our options are infinite because bureaucracy is such a big problem. In addition to this, we also want to implement a digital signature solution. You will be able to sign your documents via Approd. So now imagine not having to wait in lines at all. Just creating your documents with Approd and signing them while sitting on your couch. We are a 3 people team. Myself, Raul, doing the business, and my colleagues Alin doing the front end and Mihai doing the server. We are Approd, and we help to start a company in 5 minutes. So now, let me show you how you can start a company in less than 5 minutes. And we will start a complex type of company, a hard one, with 2 co-founders. Let's start a Serie type of company on Approd. So at first, we ask for your personal information. Your name, contact, address, and identification data. Before Approd, you have to manually write this information at least 10 times, and your name and identification data maybe 20 times. And if you did even one mistake of a digit or a letter, then in one of those documents, then you have to redo the entire document from scratch. And believe me, that is not a pleasant thing to do, because those documents are very, very ugly. So So after you write your personal information, we ask for some information related to your company. 3 names for the company. The first one available will be the one that remains. Then, for the contact of the company, then let's add the co-founder. We need his name, address, and identification data. As you can see, you know all the information you need to create your company. You can write it down in 5 minutes, but today you pay 10 times or 20 times the price to a lawyer or an intermediary just because you don't know how to fill the documents and you don't know what to do with those documents. Guess what? On Approd, we generate and fill those documents instantly, and we also tell you exactly what to do with those documents. Not even the most efficient lawyer or intermediary in this country can beat us. He still takes a few hours to create those documents, while we can do it in less than 5 minutes.
I believe you.
Okay, so next we will split the company between the co-founders. The default setting of 50-50 works fine for us. We will add the headquarters to my address. I have a room for my company. And let's create an IT company. Let's add activities for the IT. Okay, and we will put these activities at the client because we will do some IT consultancy. And let's also generate a bailment contract for on my name and on 5 years. And that's it. After you hit the submit button, we send you an email all the documents you need to create your company. And notice that we did this all in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I am sure that each one of you in this room can do it in 5 minutes. So let me show you what you will receive. You will receive 12 documents, all filled with your data, ready to be printed and signed. Let us enter into all these documents. For example, this one, you can see your data there, and your co-founder data. It has 7 pages, and all you have to do is sign it at the end. Okay, so let's enter in another document. As you can see, your data is there, it is editable, and the same, all you have to do is sign it at the end. So we are Approd, and we are changing the face of bureaucracy. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Approd. Okay, mic's not working. Right, questions from our audience. Just take that microphone. Any questions?
In the US, we have LegalZoom and Clerky and a number of companies that are trying to do similar kinds of things. I do like how clean this is. This is pretty exciting. Do you know that you don't have other competition in other places? Because 25 million euros is an okay market if you do grab the whole thing, but it's unlikely you'll grab the whole thing. And so we're looking for much bigger markets. How do you think about that?
Well, what is interesting that
it is interesting that bureaucracy in Europe is not only for companies. You have bureaucracy at the bank, at the medic, at rent, at when you want to change your ID. It is all over the place. So our possibilities are endless. 25 million euros is just for creating a company in a country with 20 million people. It could launch our software up.
You said 10% of PFAs already use you right now. How did you get that? That's a significant amount. How did you do that? How did you market and get that?
Well, the beta, when we launched Approd on beta, we had a lot of press attention. A lot of bloggers wrote about us. They never saw something similar in Romania, and they had, I guess, they were very good influencers. We haven't really spent any money on marketing. It was mostly press.
Do you have plan? I mean, now I'm thinking about it. Once all that information is in there, then do I ever have to put it in again? Or are you going to like say, well, here are the corporate forms, here are the real estate forms, here, whatever form you want, you check it off, and we'll just add the few pieces of data that you need to add, and then once you've got that, you got more data on them.
exactly.
That's the plan?
Yeah.
So one of the principles of Approd is that you never write the same data twice.
So in general, I like it. I would love to have the same in Germany. Once you can use blockchains, I think then it's getting really interesting. And just as a thing, I use software like this for my taxes every year, and it's really, really nice. It's helping a lot.
Thanks.
Maybe just for the sake of brainstorming, I really like software that can save time, especially for the end consumer. So for the sake of brainstorming, it will be really nice if you have this browser plugin to fill my details in every online form everywhere, next to the password managers. Since you have them here, you can extend the service. So yeah, good job.
Okay, thank you.